Hello, I'm Keith, and this is my dad, Kerwin. Welcome to an extra special episode of Father and Son, a Star Wars podcast.
Thank you for joining us. I know we took a little bit of time off. This week was pretty hectic. Keith started fourth grade this week, first day of school. And just a couple of days ago, we're living on the East Coast, so we did experience Hurricane Ida. But we are doing okay. We're fine. Unfortunately, there are other people who are impacted by it, and our thoughts and prayers are with them. But yeah, we're glad to be back, and we thank you for joining us today. So yes, we have special guests today. Big T and Little T is a father and son podcast team that loves Star Wars just like we do. We've been their guests twice on the show, talking about the Bad Batch. We have so much fun when we get together, so we wanted to have them as guests on our show. Here now is Todd and Trent Hoffman from Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast.
Hey guys.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, summer's flown by, hasn't it?
It's already gone, and Bad Batch is gone, and we're very sad, So
yeah, but we got Book of Boba.
We got Book of Boba coming up.
That's coming up.
Mandalorian.
And Mandalorian. Yeah, Mandalorian on the road.
I think everybody's trying to answer. It's just Yoda.
Oh, who? Oh, Baby Grogu.
Yeah,
Grogu?
that's what everybody thinks.
That's not Yoda.
Yeah, but I'm still like. What is he gonna look like when he's older?
I don't know.
Like
We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, he'll probably
We're already, Kerwin, we're already losing control. We're going on tangents. Right.
No, that's all right. No, that's all right. No. This is why we love getting together with
Yeah,
this
exactly.
So much fun. The kids are going to be themselves, so that's okay.
That's right.
We'll try to.
That's okay.
We'll just try to bring it back to the center.
It's just like herding cats. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So that's okay. How was your summer?
good.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
what?
Why don't I think the last time we talked, we didn't go to Galloping Ghost yet.
No, but we have.
Well, but we have.
Yeah, but
And how was that for you?
oh my gosh, it was so fun. It's like 800 or 500 arcades in there.
There was literally like 800 arcades in this place that we went to, and so it was just a lot of fun. I took the day off of work.
Nice.
We kind of celebrated summer, and we went there, just me and you hanging out, and
Yeah. So
grabbed some Chipotle, and just hung out and played lots of video games
Yes.
until our eyes couldn't blink anymore. Our hands are all crept up, but it was fun. We had fun.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I think the most favorite video games were Alien.
Oh, there was like a shooter game where we're killing bugs,
Got it.
It was fine. Yeah,
Got it,
it was.
got
We had a lot of fun.
Nice.
It's just.
So the summer's it went by fast
Yes,
because
But I
It
wish
did,
it
yeah.
went so slow. I
Yeah.
wish it's so slow. I wish it took a year.
yeah, well, it only took like 3 months, but yeah, like when you started school 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, and one other thing we did, I mean, it was like a rapid pace in August. It was like, oh my gosh, summer's over. And we went to the Museum of Science and Industry, and they had a Marvel exhibit there.
Yes.
And so that's one of the
Yes.
museums in Chicago. And so
Right.
they had all the costumes, a lot of the costumes, screen used costumes from the Marvel movies. And so we got to see
They had
Black Panther, we got to see Spider-Man, we got to see Captain America, we got to see like 3 Iron Man suits and a
Yeah, we got-
Tesseract and Loki and Daredevil and like Luke Cage's ripped up hoodie, and
Mhm.
there was a lot of
We actually
Yeah, it's
saw it
just-
at the
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, they had that exhibit here in Philly.
okay.
Yeah, and you and I went. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
did. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like, and they have a voting machine for your favorite superhero?
A
That
what?
I don't remember that. No.
Okay.
No, I don't remember.
Well, so they had like this little voting machine where they had like 20 characters you could choose from. You push the button, and then like on a monitor next to it, it showed like who's the top superhero.
Spider-Man.
So who?
I didn't know. We didn't have that.
So what did you vote again?
Wolverine.
Wolverine. He likes Wolverine. I like Hulk, but Keith is right. Spider-Man was like just slaying it. He was like way above.
Yeah.
Spidey was number one, and then
Count my
everyone
vote.
else. But yeah, that was yeah. You got your vote. Yeah. So we it was super fun. It was super fun, kind of seeing that. Yeah.
I wish the summer just went slower.
Yeah, I know.
We still have fun, but I don't want to as go fast.
I know. I know. We traveled a little bit. We went to Cleveland to see family.
But next, like in October and November, we're going on vacation.
Yeah. So we got one more like little trip planned for the kids. So
yeah. Where are we going then again?
We're going to Wisconsin, and then we're going to Indiana. So close, just close to us. Yeah.
What's the one who doesn't have Wi-Fi? Which one like doesn't have Wi-Fi?
We're going to an Amish community in Indiana coming up, and I was like, they have a lot of horse and buggies, and so he's like, they don't really do a lot of electronic stuff, and he's like, no Wi-Fi. What does that mean? I was like, that's the whole point. We want to experience different cultures and see how other people live. So
I feel so bad for them. They need to see.
They don't. They're doing just fine. So, anyways, yeah.
Well,
so we got those kind of coming up, So
they're used to not having it. So
that's right.
They're not going to miss.
That's right. They don't know.
But it's like in the 20s. Like everybody should know.
In the 20s.
The 20, like the 2000s.
Oh, the 2000s. Yes. 2000. Yes. It's the 2000s. Yes.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like they're like it's in the 2000s.
Yeah.
You don't know about Wi-Fi. And they have no toys. They have no like.
They're doing just fine. So, anyways, we're excited for those kind of things.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I don't like it or not.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Anyways, yeah. So the summer's great. Recap: summer's great.
No. Thank you. Yeah, it did go by very fast, and like I said, Keith is back in school, and Trent is back in school. So it's back to normalcy. I hope for us because Keith was out of school. He was actually in-home learning since March of 2020, and this past Monday was the first time he's been back in the school building. So it's maybe it's a sign that things are coming back to normal, hopefully.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we hope so too.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks again for being a guest on our show. And we just love, hanging out with the two of you. So one of our first questions is always, since this is a Star Wars podcast, is Todd, we start with you. How were you introduced to Star Wars?
How was I introduced to Star Wars? So, I'm a 80s kind of person here. So my first movie that I saw in the theater was Empire Strikes Back when I was 5. So that was kind of my introduction to Star Wars. And so, had a lot of the original Kenner action figures and had many adventures in the sandbox for, and in my universe, Boba Fett always won. So, I had Boba Fett. My sandbox became the Tatooine Sands, and it was a lot of fun. It was some of the stuff that I really remember, and so that really never left. Never really left. I was always kind of a Star Wars fan. And then Timothy Zahn, when I was in high school, Timothy Zahn came out with Heir to Empire, and which was kind of the extension of the EU, and now it's called the Legends, but expanded universe. And so for me, that was really kind of the impetus of like just me going full in. I really enjoyed those books. It was something that like I really connected with, and then it was a real downward spiral after that. So
and you love it even more now.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
So, Trent, how were you introduced to Star Wars?
Okay. So I was like 3 months old, or like and I was just on my dad. I was just on my dad's I was just on my dad.
Just chilling.
Yeah, him. then I forgot. Then we started a movie, and it was what was my first movie?
Oh yeah, you gotta watch Empire first. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure you're like 2 days old. I'm like, hey, let's watch Empire. No,
like
I mean, I think like when we set up his nursery, we had Star Wars pictures over the changing table and all this kind of stuff. So every day, like when I change them, like this is Boba, this is C-3PO, this is Chewie, and like there was like 6 or 7 pictures.
Yeah.
And his first word was Boba.
Wow.
That's
Cool.
So it was like Boba, Dad, and then Mom, so, in that order. But yeah, I mean, your first movie, what do you remember your first movie in the theater?
No.
The Force Awakens. So he was able to see The Force Awakens. I think he was like 2.5
or 3.
Yeah. And proud dad moment. We're in the theater, it's packed. It's like opening weekend. And
I remember.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember when we went to the movie theaters.
Yeah.
I saw like Kylo Ren, Rey,
but do you remember what you said when you saw Rey's home?
No.
He yells at the top of his lungs, "Dad, that's an AT-AT!" like in the theater, and I was just like, "That's my boy right here."
Right. That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've always, not that we, I would say we didn't really force it, but I mean, it wasn't like we're watching Star Wars every day.
Yeah.
Just every other day, it wasn't, but no, we were, I mean, it just kind of, it's around us. And so we just kind of, we didn't force it, but he kind of,
Yeah, but at Target,
yeah,
I took a picture, like it says, like it was Chewbacca. I was like,
yeah,
he was tall, and I took a picture, like I was like
you were little.
Yeah, I was little, and like I was up to like his like knee.
Yeah, and I could carry you. I can't carry you anymore.
No.
Yeah. We were doing a lot of Yoda Luke stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Now I can't do that.
Right.
Yeah, he's not Yoda. He's not Luke.
No, I'm not.
I'm not Yoda anymore.
Oh well, you're still cute.
Yeah.
Not wrinkly though.
Like Baby Yoda.
Yeah, like Baby Yoda. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. So Trent, it sounded like you were just born into Star Wars. As soon as you came into the world, Star Wars was surrounding you. So it was inevitable. But you're right, Todd. My story is, I think I might have mentioned a story where, I was in the bookstore and I saw these little golden books of the first 6 films.
Right.
I brought up the tie-in and I asked you, do you think Keith would be interested? And, turns out that he was, but it wasn't, it wasn't a requirement for him to be a Star Wars fan or to love Star Wars. I would have been fine if he didn't, but it's just exciting, more exciting that he is. So this is part of the reason why we wanted to do this podcast, is because we talk so much about it. So I wanted to hear about your story as to what made you decide to create a podcast.
Yeah. So, I mean, part of it is just, we talk about Star Wars every day, and either if it's playing with action figures or just like kind of like something random comes up, and that's the thing with Star Wars, is like it's so permeated in pop culture. There's a lot of references in just TV and what we're watching and consuming. And so I was like, dude, that's a Star Wars reference. And then we would talk about that or whatever, So really it was Disney Plus for us, getting a little accessible, because like we didn't get access to a lot of, we didn't have the Disney Channel. So it was something like, oh, okay, we're going to get something like that. And I was super stoked for Mandalorian. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am just waiting for this. And so that kind of was like, at that time I was already podcasting. So it just was something like, and he was interested. He saw me podcasting and we did a couple, just like, hey, this is what you do. You talk on the mic, and we did a couple of those just for fun, and that's when I said, hey, do you want to try something? You want to try it. And then we did it.
Yeah,
we did.
And so the Mandalorian, I was at my friend's house, and my sister was watching with my dad. So it was kind of like the first, like I I never knew there was a Mandalorian coming out.
Right.
I was just at my friend's house, just playing some Madden.
And then you knew, and you found out.
Yeah, and when I left, then I saw. I was like, wait, what are you watching? Like, and you said we're watching a Mandalorian, and I just hopped on the couch and watched.
Yeah, right. And then once you start watching, you're hooked.
Yeah. Well, and it was cool. The cool thing is obviously the weekly format. We really enjoy that process, so then we could digest the episodes. And it was just cool, something for the family to do, to sit down, and we made it kind of like a fun thing, and order food, and kind of did like yeah, we did Chipotle. We were big Chipotle fans, so not that we're sponsored by them, but we just like or Taco Bell, right?
My sister goes nuts for Taco Bell.
Yeah, she does. So we just made it like a Mando watch party, and it was a lot of fun. And so that the byproduct of that was the podcast. I'm just like, oh, let's talk about what we saw. And that's kind of how it evolved. And it was kind of interesting, just learning. I love seeing his perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best part, and like some things like kind of, don't resonate with him. And some things are just like, he's super into. I was like, I love this. I just love how, Star Wars can do that. It's different for everybody. So
yeah, it's just different for like, it's different for like everybody, but some people are the same, different. Mm-hmm.
And it's cool, seeing different things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Can I have a question for Keith?
Yeah, you sure? Yeah,
sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Sure, go ahead. Question.
Okay, Keith. What was your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh.
I don't know actually, but I'm gonna go with The New Hope.
Oh,
New Hope.
Classic.
And that was the first Star Wars movie you ever saw.
Yep.
How about that?
I think it was actually the first movie I saw in general.
Yes. Any reason in particular why you like A New Hope?
I'm not sure why.
Okay.
That's a good enough reason too, because it's like usually a lot of times it's that first experience really resonates, like again for me, Luke and Wampa Cave just gives me all the kind of feels, because it's one of those things where you're like screaming at the screen, you're like, use the Force, but you never seen anyone move anything in the Force yet, but that the Force is out there, and then you see it twitch, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is happening, and he's get out of there, fight the big bad monster, and that for me is like, it's just like I get the goosies every time I see that scene, and that's something that resonated in me when I was 5 and still resonates with me today. And then you kind of get like, you fast forward to like The Force Awakens, when that happens between Rey and Kylo, and I'm like standing up and I'm doing the slow clap, baby. I'm just like, I don't care who's there. I'm like, that was amazing. I love that. It's like a little throwback.
But there's just a 12-inch Wampa and Luke, and it's $60 at the comic store.
Where is it? It's where?
It's at our local comic book store. He's like, Dad, I think I want that. I was like, all right, well, let's save our pennies here.
Or dollars.
Where's our money tree?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Trent,
no, you can't grow money on trees.
That's true.
Yeah, but if that was happening, I'll pick all of that money off. Like, here's $1, $2, $3, $4, $5.
Yeah, you would share it, right? Maybe.
I'll share with the church.
Okay.
And I'll share with what's it called? The poor kids or something.
Okay, yeah.
Like the hospital.
Yes,
stuff.
that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then buy lots of toys.
Yeah, I feel rich.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, Trent,
you're going to ask something, Corin?
Well, thank you for that question, because we were going to ask you the same question, Trent. So what is your favorite, either a TV series or a movie or a book? What's your favorite?
I think the favorite movie I like is what's called
Attack of the Clones.
No, not Attack of the Clones, the Star one.
Which one?
The Rancor.
Oh, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, like Return of the Jedi. It's a fun one.
You really like Luke in that one too.
Yeah, I like Luke in that one. I love how he's just the Rancor is just like that huge monster, and he's just a puppet.
Yeah, right.
Like I don't get that. Like, how is it a puppet? I seen that in a short, but it's a puppet.
Yeah, that's that movie magic. So
yeah, I don't get it. Like, how is it a puppet and you can eat? Like
they shoot it in scale.
Like I know, but how did they make like the pig eat there's some dude in a suit? How did the Rancor eat the stinking thing?
It's like a little doll.
What do you mean?
You know, like if you really want to blow your noodle, like half the stuff in the prequels is all miniatures.
What's been? Oh,
they're all tiny. Like so, Attack of Clones, the library, that's a miniature. It's like a miniature set. It's not even a real set.
Wow.
So they create like a little model. They put a camera there and they shoot it, and then that's the background, and then the green screen is the actual actors. So it's like all that kind of stuff. Just like when we start breaking that stuff down, it's like, what? Just like the there's a one shot of like Boots and Eve, you know, and the pod racing.
Yes.
The crowd is Q-tips. The crowd is Q-tips, and I'm just like, what is this? What is this?
Wait, what do you mean?
So like they do the shot. They do the shot where it comes in kind of like a drone and kind of do the shot, and we got the big stadium, you know, it's all Q-tips.
What do you mean? Like
it's just Q-tips, like colored Q-tips. It's movie magic, baby.
It's right. It's
yeah,
movie magic. You really don't know.
Movie magic. Yeah. So those are kind of fascinating things that, you know, like after we absorb it different, you know, at the movies, it's like, hey, let's watch a little behind the scenes seeing how they made this. And that I think that's also, I don't think I think it enhances the experience. Like, I think, you know, but sometimes he's like, ask me like, how did they do that? I'm like, well, but let's just enjoy it.
Yeah. There's there's 6 people, like 5 or 6 people.
Yeah. There's Jabba. Jabba's my favorite. Cause like there's 5 people in Jabba. And I think that's fantastic.
One controls the arm. The other controls the arm. One does the tail. One does the mouth. One does the eyes.
Yep. That's it. You got it.
That's exactly right. Exactly. It takes
many people. Yeah.
And the tail.
Yeah. And little guy, one guy's the tail. Yeah. He's wiggling too.
Wait, but how do we even breathe in there?
I don't know. It probably was not fun.
It
probably stunk like Jabba in there.
Yeah, probably they have like something in there, like fans or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or
and Todd, do you have a favorite movie, TV series, or book?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm always going to pick Empire. It's really great. But you know, like the Mandalorian has been really something special. So I really do enjoy Mandalorian. If you told me like, hey, do you need to be on an island? I would just like, give me Mando. I'm good. You know, that would be my island movie. But yeah, I mean, just because again, it's the first movie I saw in the theaters, and that's exactly what kind of just resonates with me. So.
Okay. And then Todd, another question for you. As you know, as a parent, what do you think Star Wars teach you about parenthood? Or does it teach you anything about parenthood?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So like part of it is, you know, just the family aspect, the family you have and the family you can make, both, you know, organically and bloodlines. One of the things that I really enjoy about Star Wars for me from a parent perspective is about the choices we make. And so that to me is like really good teaching lessons. And that's where I'm like, I'm fascinated with Anakin, because I don't see Anakin and Darth Vader as a villain. I don't see that because he just made a series of bad choices. And then you know, it's the love of his son that brings them back to where he used to be. And to me, that's like super powerful. And so I love the idea of like, you know, let's talk about choices and why do we do these choices, and like the light side and the dark side. You know, the dark side is selfish and light is giving of oneself. And I really, that to me are like really key things that we try to bring into, you know, like our lives. Like, hey, you're kind of being a Sith Lord today. Let's try to change this around and like be more of a Jedi.
Oh yeah. And there's this soap commercial for like.
Oh, the soap commercial.
That's a pretty funny one.
That is the doctor. It's like a doctor. I think it's Dr. Sasquatch or Sasquatch. Yeah. And he's got 2 different soaps. One's a good soap and one's a bad soap, and yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's like he one of his brothers like joins the back, like the
He uses the dark
side,
side.
and
Yeah.
he says, me and you were brothers."
Right.
And like they had like the good moments, and
Yeah, they're having fun, but then
Yeah.
he's trying to be evil. And
Yeah.
I think that's like that, again, like Anakin and Obi-Wan, there's a great relationship there too, where it's like that's something very healthy, and then it goes astray, and all those things, like from a parenting perspective, I really enjoy.
Yeah, but
talking
Dad,
about.
you have this. He's gonna use the soap, and he's gonna collect the soap. He bought two.
I did.
Did you use one?
I did. I smell like Yoda.
Oh yeah, you do.
Hopefully not Dagobah Swamp Yoda, but
So Todd, I just to follow up on your answer about Anakin, I think that's a very perfect example because we were doing an analysis on Anakin, and I always felt that Anakin didn't get the support he needed from the Jedi, and I think the problem was with his relationship with the Council was that they were trying to conform him to be someone that they wanted him to be, but that wasn't him. And I think that was the cause of the conflict. And rather than have him grow into being this Padawan to Jedi Knight to Jedi Master, and just having him transition and grow into these positions on his own and become his own person, perhaps the outcome would have been better. So as far as parenting, I try to think about that, not to try to as parents, we like to plan our children's future for them. And we get disappointed if the decisions they make are not the decisions that we would make for them.
Sure.
And so, that's something that I have to understand. Although it's hard because Keith may not know this, that I actually already have his college, where he's going to school, where he's going to college planned out for him, right? And he doesn't know.
Wait, what?
Right. See, he's hearing this for the first time. He doesn't know what college it is. I'm not going to tell him because
you should.
No, I'm not going to. No, because I'm not going to. The decision really is up to you, right? But again, as parents, as parents, it's in our nature to try to make sure we try to protect and try to take steps to protect them. Make sure that there no harm or danger comes to them, that they're making a decision that's not going to be right. And so it's a balance. It's a balance to just make sure that you want them to be their own person and make decisions for themselves, but yet you're there in case they have any questions or they need some counseling. So that's one of the things I think.
I think that's part of it is like, I think also the problem with Anakin on him personally is like he wants to control things like love, and you can't control love, and you can't control how people want to feel about you. And so some things, love, and in many respects, you have to let it go. And he can't, both for his mother and Padme. And that decision path leads to very horrible things for himself, and I think that's where, again, sometimes, but one of the things that Star Wars is really good about is hope. Like, what if my son makes these decisions, that's technically that's on him, but I'm here to help guide that as much as possible. But in the end, we have to have hope and faith and trust that this will turn out. And so I think that's where I really like Anakin as a really great example to talk about.
Yep. Absolutely. Right.
So, Trent, what lessons does Star Wars teach you about how to be a good person?
I haven't really thought of that. Oh, I think it's just Luke. Like he helps out people. He's just he's a nice person. He sometimes he's like he just he helps to like fight and helps just to help people and
stand up for what you believe.
So that's what.
Yeah, that's a very
does his mom know where is he going to college too?
I've actually shared my idea where Keith could go to Tanya. So Tanya knows, I know.
Tanya
Keith
knows. Okay, mom knows.
does not know.
Okay.
Mom and dad know.
Right.
Well,
It's
Dad,
not-
have
And
you-
also by the end of this episode.
he won't. It's
will.
not our decision to make, is his. But
Right.
we got a long way to go.
Hey,
You're
Dad. Hey, Dad.
Yeah. Hey, don't
do you
let's
have any-
just get through. Let's just get through the grades. Okay.
right.
Let's
get
just
through
do
fourth
that.
grade. Exactly.
Then we'll tackle high school and then we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dad. Do
You,
you,
you can't. You're
do you
like,
have a secret college for me?
no, I don't. No.
Yeah.
I just want you to get through the. What a good.
Tell me.
I was just like, it's been a rough adjustment, and
Yes.
something that it's like, hey
Right.
man, you got to do this, because if you want to do all this cool stuff, like we've talked about, he wants to be a wrestler, he wants to be an actor, you want to be all these great things, you want to be, what else you want to
A
be?
video game maker.
A video game maker. I was like, okay, those 3 paths are all great paths, but you can't do any of those if you drop out of 2nd grade. You got to go to the 2nd grade. So these are things like, these are discussions we have on a daily basis. So
There you go.
yes,
Exactly.
So like we're not even talking about college. We're
Right.
just talking about let's get through 2nd grade.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I just don't get why does
Did-
like Keith's dad
Yeah.
is not telling him why.
Well,
does he-
we'll just
secret
let that
college.
some secrets.
and
You just opened up Pandora's box.
Yeah. There
Here
you
we
go.
Dad, if you don't tell me where I'm going to college,
I that's not my choice. It's
I'm
not my choice.
gonna slug you.
Ooh.
Let's move on to the.
Yeah, let's move on, please.
Okay. All right.
It's getting
Let's
violent.
talk about the future of Star Wars.
So,
Okay.
what are you most looking forward to? And
Oh.
if you could pitch an idea to Lucasfilm about their next TV show or movie, what would it be?
So the question is, what's something you like, and what's something that excites you for the future, and then what if you had an idea, what would you pitch? Like what's your
I
move?
got so many ideas from Star Wars in my dreams.
Okay.
It's just so much. Like I think for the TV show for Mandalorian,
Yeah.
I'm hoping for like the Mandalorian, just like he gets when his armor kind of gets rusty and all that stuff.
Mhm.
He spray painted like a different color, like
Oh, a different color.
yeah,
Okay.
black and golden kind of. like-
Okay. Black and gold.
Mhm.
Okay. But is that your pitch?
Yeah, but I think
You have like a lot of ideas. Sometimes he's like throws out all this stuff, and I'm just like, okay, well,
Right.
let's write that down.
Do you have
We'll
one?
send that to Lucasfilm.
One idea, Trent, that you can share? Idea for.
oh yeah. For still the Mandalorian, I'm hoping Grogu has a better future.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he knows he does he saves kids.
Oh, it saves kids. Yeah.
Family,
I love it.
like other people.
Grogu show. Yeah.
And for
Grogu.
the movie,
Uh-huh.
for the movies, I'm hoping for I could be in one of the
Oh
movies.
yeah. Yeah.
Like I've been always asking Dad, how does kids get in movies?
I said they go to 2nd grade and learn how to read and write, so you can learn how to memorize stuff.
There
Dad,
you go.
how
Okay,
old
do
do you have
it.
to be to do it?
You just have to learn lines. You have to read. Can you read?
Yes.
Yeah, you're getting there. So
Dad, I'm gonna go get a tartar sauce bucket.
uh-huh.
I'm gonna
Okay.
no a mustard and ketchup.
Uh-huh.
Duck it in your face.
Oh, like okay.
Like,
All right.
I know how you feel.
Same question for you, Todd. So if you're
Yeah.
in a room with Lucasfilm executives and you had the opportunity to pitch an idea for a story, what would the story be?
So that story is easy for me. It's the underground of like Coruscant. They explored a little bit that in Clone Wars. There was a video game that was defunct. It was called Star Wars 1313, and actually that's
I know.
nerd fact. Yeah, that level is where Ahsoka meets the 2 sisters.
Yeah, Tracy
I
Roth
forget-
and Marquez.
Yes.
Hmm.
So Star Wars 1313 was supposed to be about Boba Fett in the Coruscant Underground. So I just love the idea of the underworld, the crime organizations. And I explored a little bit of that with the Pikes. We're seeing that, in Solo with Crimson Dawn and stuff like that. I just really like the idea of I like the idea of somebody outside of Jedi and the Rebellion, the Empire, something outside of that. I really would like to explore that more.
Yeah.
So.
But I think one of my favorite games I played from Star Wars, it's the old ones. It's not like the 8-bit, 16-bit. It's kind of like the 2013, like 2003 or something, or
Well, you like Battlefront.
Battlefront, like the old school Battlefront, your friend Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorites. It's just, what's it called then?
Battlefront. They just changed the name. I mean, it was Battlefront back then.
Yeah, it's like Battlefront, and like you can there's a zombie mod. There's like
there is.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like the controls are kind of messed up, but as you play
it gets better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm gonna, but I wanna download it. Dad.
Okay. Well,
Xbox.
we don't have it. Okay. All right.
So
yeah, and then I think the one thing that I'm really excited about for the future right now is it's coming up real quick is Star Wars Visions, which I really like animation and anime. So I'm really, and they kind of let it could be whatever it wants. And so I think that's really cool when you give people that freedom and they're not tied into a particular era. This has to be canonical and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited to just see that and what that looks like. So I'm real, and they got some really cool animation studios working on that. And so I'm really interested to see how those play out.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to that as well. That's coming out the end of this month, right? Towards the end.
Which one?
It's called Star Wars Visions. It's like the anime, the cartoons.
Well, I haven't seen the trailer.
Can we now switch to talk about cosplay?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, Todd, you're a member of the Midwest Garrison 501st Legion?
Yes, that's correct.
Can you please tell me about that experience? What made you decide to become a part of the 501st, and what cool things have you done, and what places have you gone to?
Yeah, sure. So that kind of all started back in Celebration 2. So Celebration 2 was in Indianapolis. So it's kind of in my backyard. And I'm like, I got to go. So at that time, Celebration 2 was Attack of the Clones. And so we were waiting in line to get in somewhere.
And speaking about that Attack of the Clones, he waited all day and he's on the newspaper.
Yeah, I was in the newspaper. Because I waited in the line for the movie. So 12 hours. No, 12 hours. Yeah, something
12, 16 hours.
So
brutal.
So we're waiting in line, and on it's by a stadium at that time. I think it was the RCA Dome for the Indianapolis Colts, and there's all these stormtroopers taking a picture, a group photo, and I'm like, what is all that? I need to know about this. And it turns out that was like their first kind of 501st group photo. And so that kind of just got me curious. And throughout that experience, there were stormtroopers and people dressed up, and it was just like ridiculously cool. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I'm like, I want that. I really thought that would be a really cool experience, not only to obviously be kind of like a life-size action figure, but I like the idea of just being in that universe and giving people smiles and taking pictures and all that kind of stuff. So I just thought that'd be such a cool experience to do. And so that was 2002. I didn't join till 2016. But obviously life and all that kind of stuff. And it's not terribly complex to get in, but I mean, it has to be a movie accurate costume. And so the 501st is a volunteer organization, and there's over.
I'm in the Jedi Academy.
You're in the Jedi Academy, and there's over 12,000 people in this, and it's nationwide. It's worldwide, really. It's worldwide, and they have different garrisons, and so we're part of the Midwest Garrison, which is the Illinois one. And I've been part of. I'm a TK, which is a stormtrooper. A New Hope hero costume is my official title. And so it's been really fun. And one of the cool experiences, not only kind of giving back to the community, but just being with having my family around too has been really fun, kind of getting behind the scenes and doing things that you wouldn't normally do, but you have the opportunity to do with the 501st.
Nice.
Yeah, but the one year I was on TV.
Right.
When?
Galaxy's Edge or the Comic-Con.
Oh, the Comic-Con, yeah, C2E2.
Yeah, I had like a stuffed animal or pork, and I
Oh,
my
yeah.
dad's shoulders like waving the pork around.
So
like,
we were able to go Celebration in Chicago. So Trent and I were able to go to that, and
my mom and my sister were sick.
They were sick, yeah. So we were they had the main stage there, and one of the coolest experiences, like we got on the live stream, and so I put him on my shoulders, and he's holding his porg, and so during the live stream of one of the panels, you can see us. It was somebody else talking.
No, it was CM Punk and somebody else.
Yeah, so we were able to be on the live stream, and he's holding his porg, and
and it's nation. It's all around.
It's on the internet forever. Yes, it is.
Yay!
But yeah, it's been a really fun experience. So,
and it seems like it's a family affair because Trent, I think I've seen you cosplay as a Jawa. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Was that fun?
Yeah,
it's hot. He does it. Yeah, it's hot.
I got you. Okay.
You need to give me fans in there. Like,
yeah, I know. It's one of the things that like people don't realize, like especially when I went down the path of like a stormtrooper. I'm like, this stuff doesn't breathe, man. It is hot. So I always say,
hot.
Yeah,
it's like
we sweat for Star Wars, but it's been fun. So one of the things he was like, I want to get armor too. I'm like, bro, you are growing way too much.
Right.
By the time we get it all done, you're going to be outgrowing it. So we went with the Jawa costume, but we're still working through that.
Yeah,
and
but
there's always little tweaks.
Be the weird Jawa.
I know, but they're fun.
Yeah, I want to be like Baby Grogu.
and Trent, behind you, I know you have a huge collection of items there, and it's totally up to you, but is there any one that you can share with us? So describe it to our listening audience and have our
you have the accolade. You want to show the accolade? Yeah.
Show us one of your favorite items.
It's a 2002 accolade. Yeah, the bet for it. I was the winner. Everybody was kind of but
yeah, why do you like the accolade so much?
Because it makes the creepy sound. It makes a
cool noise, and
it's like kind
of like a crab.
Yeah, but the other creepy part is you don't think he's when you get the toy. It's like, oh, I want to watch the movie. It's not that scary.
It's a little scary.
But when the kids see it, they're like, mommy.
and Todd, Matt, do you have anything that you want to share or?
I can't get to it now,
That's
but my prized possession is I have a 1980s Kenner Yoda that when I started collecting,
I should go get it right now.
No, it's all blocked. It's all blocked. Yeah. So it essentially it was like I got it as a double for a birthday party, and I didn't know I had it. My parents just kept it, and then so when I moved out of my parents' house, she's like, "Here's all your stuff," and we're looking and packing stuff up, and she's like, "I have this box."
Wow.
And I opened up the box, and here is this Yoda that I never knew I had, and it was really cool. So that's like my prized possession. I started collecting in college, and it was a downward spiral for that. So
got it. And if you don't mind, could you talk about your tattoos? So I know you actually have some cool tattoos. Looks like stormtroopers.
Yeah. So I mean, you can't. I mean, it's a podcast, you can't really see it, but I mean, essentially, what I have is I call it the evolution of a stormtrooper. So I took this idea. Stormtroopers are like my thing, and that's why I chose the stormtrooper as like my first thing for 501st. I just love the stormtrooper. I just love the helmets, and so started getting tattoos. And once you get one, you have to get a couple more. And so, anyways, the idea was like I really wanted to show the helmets or something that really intrigued me in Star Wars. And so I had this idea of doing an evolution of the stormtrooper, and it just kind of evolved in that and organically kind of picked out, stuff. It started with Django and kind of works your way up. Yeah. And so that's kind of how.
And this is a GameStop.
What are we showing here? Yoda. Oh, baby Yoda. Yeah.
Yeah, he has the cutest little face.
He does.
And he has the little ball and
the silver knob. Yeah.
And it's like our Baby Yoda, it's
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Pretty cool. Yeah, but that kind of was like for me, it was just something that Star Wars is my thing, and I wanted to express myself that way. And so when I started down that path, it was crazy.
I didn't go upstairs.
Okay, so yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's a lot of time, a lot of money, but yeah, it was a great experience to do that. So
all right, great. Well, as we wrap up, there's one thing that we would like to ask if you participate in, but there's we've done this with a previous guest. We like Mad Libs.
Okay.
We want to know if you'd be interested in playing a Star Wars Mad Lib game with us.
For sure. Let's do that.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So do you need to know the rules of the game? Have you played it before? So
like we said before we started, adverbs are the tricky one. All the other ones, I think we're good.
That's
well,
right.
This one doesn't have any adverbs.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Just for anyone who's watching or listening, Mad Libs, basically we're just going to ask for different parts of speech, and then we're going to have Todd and Trent just give us the answers. They have no idea how it's going to be applied to a story, and once we apply it to a story, which we'll read to you after we've answered all the questions, it's going to be silly. Yeah. So
of course, yes,
it's fun. All right, so let's go. Let's get started, Keith.
So I need an occupation, like a job.
Okay. Garbage man.
Okay, now I need a plural noun.
A plural noun.
Cows.
Cows. Got it.
Cows?
Yep, cows. COWS. Okay.
I know to spell cows.
Of course.
Trent, a verb ending in ing.
Either one.
Verb ending jumping.
Jumping. Okay. All right. How about an adjective?
Yep.
Adjective. Shiny.
Shiny. Excellent. Okay.
Now I need a color.
Blue.
Okay.
Okay. Another plural noun.
Other than cows.
right. Understood. Let's do starships.
Starship.
Yes.
Next, we need an adjective.
Another adjective.
Adjective. Let's see. I see it's too early in the morning, guys. I can't use my brain. Keith, help me out. Put an adjective in there.
An adjective?
Do you?
All right. How about hairy?
Oh, I love it. There you go.
Okay.
You go.
All right. Another plural noun, unfortunately. Another plural noun.
Plural noun. Cell phones.
Okay, now we need a noun.
A noun.
Jabba.
Jabba?
Jabba?
Jabba.
Okay.
Yeah, Jabba.
Now we
Jabba.
need an adjective.
Adjective.
I just said that.
I see that.
Give another adjective.
Yeah, give me another adjective.
Trying to think.
About brainy. Want to do
Ooh.
brainy? Brainy.
Brainy. There you go.
Brainy.
See?
Another plural noun.
Yep.
Plural noun.
Mm-hmm.
Accolades for Trent. Accolades for Trent.
Now I need a verb.
Sliding.
Slidey.
Sliding.
Okay.
Down a hill.
And now we need an adjective.
Another adjective. Do you want to give another adjective?
Yeah, please. I'm horrible.
Scary.
Ooh.
Scary.
Okay.
And last one, a noun.
Noun. Let's go stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper. All right, here we go. All right, let me know when you're ready, Keith. Okay, we have all
All right, I'm
our
ready.
speeches filled out. Okay.
So,
So are we doing two? Are we doing two there?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just filling out the same words. Okay.
You're-
Okay, good.
So
All right, let's hear it.
it's called,
okay.
get this, Stormtrooper job application.
Okay.
Are you ready? Did you hear that, Todd?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Stormtrooper job application. All right, let's go.
So, you want to drop your life as a garbage man and become a stormtrooper? Well, you should know that it's not all glitz, cows, and jumping around the galaxy. Being a stormtrooper is a lot of shiny work. First, you need a suit of armor. Most stormtroopers wear white, but some wear black, silver, or even blue. Then you'll
Okay.
need a weapon. Most stormtroopers use starships, but the stormtroopers of the First Order use hairy artillery, flamethrowers, and cell phones. After you have your Jabba, you must master it. It's essential to have Brady aim when you're protecting your accolades. If you think you're up for the task, it's time to sliding your boring life behind.
Oh.
Welcome to the scary world of the First Order, stormtroopers of stormtroopers.
Well, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Congratulations, you got the job.
You got the job. Awesome. I can't wait to protect those accolades.
Start tomorrow.
There you go. Well, Todd, Trent, this has been fun. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Yes.
Always a blast. Always a blast.
Yes, please tell us where we can find you.
Yeah, so you can find us on the social media, Big T Little T Podcast on Instagram, BLIT Podcast for Twitter. We're on twitch.tv for video games and stuff. So that's the Big T Little T. And we got a YouTube channel and all. You can find us anywhere on the pod, wherever you get your fine podcast app. So that's where we're at.
Sounds great. All right. Yeah, please check out Big T and Little T. Honestly, you're going to have a blast. You're always going to laugh. Very thoughtful topics that are brought up there. So I do encourage you to please listen to Big T and Little T. And we'll put your information in the description for YouTube. And Keith, where can people find us?
We have a website under fathersongalaxy.com. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, Amazon Music, Audible, or wherever you get your podcasts. You could also find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all of which are under Father Son Galaxy.
Wonderful.
That's our brand name.
All right. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got it down now, man. You got it down.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Down to science.
Yes.
Down to science. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Well, it looks like Trent has left us, but please tell him thank you for us.
Absolutely, guys. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys.
Yeah.
We love connecting with other father and sons, and it's been such a blast. So
Right,
thank you so
and-
much for having us on the show.
No, our pleasure. Thank you so much. And I wish Trent a very successful school year. And I think we were talking about maybe getting together right before the Book of Boba Fett, maybe to talk about Boba Fett.
Yeah, I think as soon as we get that release date, we can plan
Yes.
around that, and that would be a joy. That would be a joy to talk about.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you,
It's
Todd.
coming
Again.
out in December, right?
It's in December,
That's my
right?
birthday month.
Oh, okay.
Birthday month.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess
wow.
We'll have to celebrate.
Oh,
All right.
shoot. Yeah, Trent. Well, Trent's is in January.
Okay.
Mine's next week. I'm a September
Ooh.
guy. So.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
we'll-
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Say to you all the day.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
shout out on your birthday.
Okay, great.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yep.
All right. So that is it. All right. Ready? Okay. All right. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you.
And
yeah.
again, to everyone who's been joining us, take care, and we will see you again.
Bye.